So, you want to hear a story, huh?
This is the story of one man with a dream. A dream to beat Borderlands 4 with nothing except this dang fish. Let's get into it. The Borderlands franchise is famous for having all sorts of wacky guns, like the walking guns, toilet-like guns, toilets with a gun, and special abilities to make you feel overpowered. But what if instead of using all those fun things, I tried to beat the game with nothing but this fish grenade? Yeah, there's a grenade in this game that you can get from literally fishing that you can throw at people, and it flops up and down until they die. So, let's answer the question I know everybody's been wondering. Can you beat Borderlands 4 with only a fish? Now, this is actually my first ever YouTube video, so I figured I'd start off with something light, which ended up being about 25 hours of gameplay footage to sort through. Here was the file size. And I've never edited a video before, so this has taken me weeks. Hope you guys enjoy. One last thing, the rules. Because what's a challenge without a painful, unnecessary set of rules? Number 1, no guns. I will have to punch things. Number 2, no grenades or heavy ordnance other than the goat Slippy. Number 3, no action skills. I will use the skill tree to make this run not make someone want to commit unaliving themselves. I'm telling y'all though, this run is going to be a fish's worst nightmare. Now, we're going to be doing this on hard mode because this challenge is already pretty masochistic. So of course I can't let y'all down and do it on normal or easy. Where's the fun in watching that, right? I know people are here to watch me suffer at least a little bit.
Oh, could it be?
The story begins with a fan favorite, I guess, Claptrap, giving us a wonderful welcome to this planet.
Hello, beach trash.
Now, the game is brand new, so there's not a whole lot of prep work that can be done, so I'm just going to YOLO it. We're going to figure out together what options I even have to take on such a challenge. One of the most important questions before we begin is which Vault Hunter would be the best for the job. I figured it would likely be Rafa or Amon, as they have more melee-based skill trees, and the fish actually scales off melee damage. And let me tell y'all something, this game is freaking long, so grab some popcorn. For the record, my first battle here went swimmingly. See what I did there? Alright, so to actually kick off this challenge, we of course need the fish. To get Slippy, you have to pull him out of a water hole. There's actually a ton that spawn here right near the opening in the bottom left corner of the map. Little did I know that this place would be my personal hell for a little while. I spent at least like 2 hours here just doing this mechanic. The fishing mechanic in this game, you basically just press V or whatever your controller button would be, and you get the best loot if the little lines are bright orange. So you want to just wait and pull whenever you see the bright orange lines. Now what I'm looking for here is a bright gold / also orange shiny legendary drop that'll come flying right out of the water. No idea what the drop rate is, but gotta be pretty low because I was here for a long time. There's only a few legendaries I think you can get from fishing, but the fish, Slippy, is the entire point of this challenge. So if I don't get it, then the whole challenge is a bust. So the pressure was on, and I spammed the V key to my heart's content.
Two hours later.
I don't recommend this challenge. So yeah, eventually I had enough and I figured I should just move forward without the fish. There might be a level requirement to even pull the dang thing. I never figured that part out. I also decided to take my anger out on the nearest enemies. Low-key felt bad about this part. This made me realize this video is so not gonna get monetized. So we're just gonna keep pushing forward without it and keep doing the main story for now. By the way, this game's hard when you can't shoot a gun, for the record. Melee perks are gonna help tremendously with this fish build if I get the damn thing. Suffice it to say, this first boss went down real easy. Okay, it took a couple tries. But hey, a kill's a kill. And with that, I now have the ability to glide. It's kind of like a jetpack, but it doesn't go up. It's actually extremely helpful for dodging. And then Claptrap wanted me to use him as a electric conduit of some sort to broadcast a rebellion message across the planet. Oh yeah, so quick recap. This whole planet was enslaved by this guy called the Timekeeper. I don't know how long ago, but the whole story's about defeating him and bringing peace. It all starts with Claptrap getting electrocuted. Recap over. We got one fish on the line, so to speak. A fella named Rush is requesting our help, so I headed there ASAP. There's a couple guys who needed punching outside. I met their leader, this nice guy.
I'll turn you to dust.
Then I met this nice guy.
Hurt? Hungry? Thirsty? Doesn't matter. I got you.
He wants me to go take out that fathead dude's spy master. Bro's named Horace. They also hooked me up with my first ride. I immediately customized it to match the gay Santa theme. This is officially Gay Santa's sleigh. Here's a short montage of me kicking butt on the way. I finally got to Horace, and I was a little nervous dealing with this dude because he flies. And I'm only using my fists right now because I couldn't get the fish. But the challenge is part of the fun, right? I actually somehow pulled this off first try. It just took a lot of punching. And I mean a lot of punching. So with Horace dead, I headed back to Rush and gave him his bolt and the extra crap I had to collect along the way. And I guess this gave us some sort of info on his boss, the fathead man. beats me. I've just been punching things. Before I continued with the story though, I decided it's time to play my hand at the fishing lottery once more. There's a lake nearby that is kind of the best spot for fishing. There's a bunch of fishing spots that spawn. This time it took about 30 minutes. And thankfully... Oh my god.
Did you get it?
That was actually it. My misery was over for now. And with that, I get to start the actual run. About 10 minutes into the video. Finally got the fish. Hope you guys are still watching. It should get more fun now. Definitely for me. Hopefully for the viewer. As you can see, this thing slaps, literally. I don't know why it was called Slippy. It literally slaps up and down and blows people up. They should have called it Slappy, but that's not the point. The point is, you can see why I thought this run was possible. It just took a lot of RNG, and I have terrible luck typically. But anyway, I made a new friend. She also has friends. Playing a little prank on her. Guess I'll deal with that later. And now that I have this fish, with great power comes great responsibility. And by that I mean slapping my fish dick all over the place.
Nice.
I then went on to do some side questing. And I made more new friends, like this fella. And this rocket, who was an AI, and I think her dream was to explode. Don't quote me though. Maybe I did something wrong. Next up, I gotta get into this meat processing plant because apparently that's where my new friend Zadra got captured to. And I wanted to show this because somehow I'm consistently directionally challenged in this game to the point where I unironically thought that I could get in this way. There's a button you can press to show you where to go. I guess I'm just that stubborn. Eventually, we made it in, got covered in some meat juice.
What do you mean by that?
And parkoured. We found Zadra. Looked like I was interrupting a little date, perhaps. Old lovers or something. And it looked like the Timekeeper was a bit jealous of the Vault Hunter. Called me her new toy. Clearly, though, he should have nothing to worry about. Then me and Zadra fought our way out, and I got to keep kicking ass with the fish. This thing is so fun to use when you're the proper level for it. Eventually, this version of it gets completely underleveled, and then you start to see me suffer, which is part of the fun. Look forward to that. We got Zadra successfully teleported out, but unfortunately, not going to be that easy for us. The fathead man got a little bit salty that we rescued her this quick. Honestly, he didn't try hard enough to keep her locked up. Now, this boss fight, I was very worried about, as it is a flying jet, and I have a fish. So the only plan of attack here is to lob my fish and just hope that I can hit it, because I did not test this beforehand. Where's the fun in that? So I'm just hoping for the best. Now, if I can't even hit it, then this run would be over. So the pressure was on. Yeah, thank God. If I can beat this, the rest of this run feels way more possible. I actually almost had this thing first try, but depressingly, it was not going to be that easy. So we went back in and kept chucking a fish at the flying object. this actually did not end up being as bad as I thought it would be. Shockingly, I got this dude on the second attempt. So either I'm him or Slippy is him. But that was very relieving because now I genuinely think I got this challenge. Now there will be some things that test me on that. But I was feeling on top of the world at this point. Or should I say, on top of the ocean. Weirdly, I had almost more of a challenge out here fighting this world boss. These guys spawn in randomly in a big globe. And if you get knocked out or downed, you lose all the XP and loot. The fight was somehow almost more entertaining than the fighter jet, not gonna lie. Next up, we reconvened with our new friends. Rush appeared to be expecting someone else.
This is the third time the hot singles claiming to be nearby weren't actually. Oh, hi.
And we came up with a plan to take the fight to the fathead guy. Turns out he was developing some sort of super bulkhead. It's like a bulkhead, but bigger. And it has some sort of shield that you have to hit with these poison gas things. This fight wasn't too terrible. It did take at least 2 tries. After giving the bulkhead a oh god, it's hard to say. After giving the bulkhead a happy helping of halibut, get it because it's a fish, it turned out that the fathead guy did not appreciate us messing with his science fair project. So he's bringing the fight straight back to Rush. So this backfired immediately. I did get sidetracked by this follow-up to this other shocking side quest I did earlier. It also did not go well. I successfully saved Rush with the power of ancient fish medicine, as you can see here. After performing this badass exit, we successfully saved the town from that World War II gas attack that the fathead man attempted. And Rush and Zadra got into a little argument about how to take down the big man. But I'm pretty sure they don't need anyone except me and Slippy at this point. We'll let them think they're helping too. On my way out, I got distracted by a heist. I mean, who doesn't like a good heist, right? And I fought this funny psycho robot world boss that turned into nothing but legs by the end of the fight. And this right here is why I barely train legs. Which one of us won? I launched this poor sniper guy into the atmosphere. Also, turned out, depressingly, the heisting life was not for me. There was this trial to complete this, it's kind of like that Bop It game. Twist It, Fist It, whatever that toy is. But I simply can't use a gun, so I was screwed. On the bright side, I immediately got to take my anger out. With Rush's plan in action, we finally are actually making the push to fight the fathead fella. The time has come to take down the first of the main big 3 bosses in this game. I just gotta fight my way through all these poor guys first. But in my hubris here, I accidentally killed myself. Sometimes Slippy slaps back. This will not be the only time in this run I kill myself with this thing. I am getting pretty good at this though. Look at these fish sluggers here. I was pretty proud of those. Rush was going to make some incredibly unnecessary sacrifice here. So I stayed with him to ease his pain as he goes.
What the? Where am I?
He did not die.
Emergency fast travel complete. I've got him, Vault Hunter.
He tried though. The time to kill Idolator Saul. I think I said his name right for once. Has come. Come. Also, for real, this man has got to be the same voice actor as Atriox from Halo.
Timekeeper's side. Little demon.
Anyway, it's time to slap my meat on him. Or something. Fish meat. Seafood. I'm losing my mind. To explain how this fight works a little bit, you hit him with the gas that he so kindly shoots down from the sky, and then he's vulnerable to whatever type of damage you want to do. In my case, hitting him with seafood and giving him belly rubs. Normally people shoot him with guns, but that's just too easy. Who plays the game like that, am I right? Atriox here does not appear to like belly rubs. He also has this weird phase where feels like a Destiny boss, but it's kind of cool. You have to run around and stay in this little safe zone. And if you're not, you get evaporated like this fella. He also can absorb his fellow comrades and regain his shield ability thing. So you can either keep killing them and potentially not have anyone to revive off, or just do as much damage as you can. I was just trying to help him pop these weird zits. After he kindly provided me with the tools for his own destruction, I provided him with a one-way ticket to SeaWorld. And with that, Idolator Soul, I think I'm saying his name right, was finally dead. And there goes the first of 3 big bosses that I have to kill. We collect their special Elon Musk Neurolinks. I need all 3 of them to, I guess, attack the Timekeeper. Forgot what these things are called, low-key.
Outbounders had fought back against the Order and won.
With the first region saved, it was time to move on to the snow area, which is up in the top right part of the map. I met these guys called the Augur. They appear to not have many arms or legs among them. They actually did not seem to like me. I don't know why they're being so judgmental about fighting when they don't even have all their limbs. What would they know? I also met one of the leaders that was outcasted. His name's the Defiant Calder. And not gonna lie, he threw some hands, unlike the other ones. He pointed me towards some insane mine. Now, I thought this was gonna go smooth because so far I've been kicking ass. But this next area started to fight back, I'll just say that. Which led to the next boss fight I was worried about, because it is another flying-only creature. It's a giant flying Kratch, and all I could do was throw a fish at it. Now this took a couple tries, not gonna lie, but I did manage to pull it off. There was a lot of close calls. This fight was actually quite hard. It took like at least 30 straight minutes of running in circles and lobbing a fish. That's most of the playthrough, but this was just so repetitive because my fish wasn't doing much damage. But hey, a W is a W. The next room was some sort of hippie cave, but a familiar old voice was able to contact me in here once I grabbed that Iridian artifact. I'm sure that isn't going to be important later. At this point, I was already feeling the fish starting to get out-leveled, so I went and did some side quests. Met some guns that shot me.
Frolicking? I don't know what you did.
And a guy that thought the planet was flat. His experiments went very well. I changed my whip so it's more like a proper Santa sleigh. And after I returned the relic to the strange mountain people, the small one sent me on a journey to find a siren, who is someone in the Borderlands franchise that basically just has magical powers that other people normally don't. This siren is a familiar face from Borderlands 3. But first, unfortunately, it's time to get a new and improved Slippy. That's right, the time has come to fish once again to help my odds at continuing this challenge. I have been terrified of this process. Last time I tried to fish did not go well. This will not be the last time I have to trade out the fish, either. Cue short montage of pain.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
So it got to this point the second time around where I took a look around and I was like, you know what? This is kind of relaxing. I see why people do this in real life. But also, I think I'm just coping and losing my mind. But either way, my coping was rewarded. Because check this out. Same spot as last time. I'm starting to think you can only get Slippy here at this exact frickin' hole. And it only took me about 30 minutes this time. That's a W. Now to get back on track with the main story, I had to go find that familiar old face, who's located way out here in the mountains. The Short King told me she could help me figure out who that mysterious siren voice was. Probably because she is also in fact a siren. Amara here was actually a playable character in the last Borderlands game. Her powers involve a lot of fisting, and that is not in innuendo. Innuendo? One of those is the correct way to say it. She actually has magical fists, alright? Also, I threw this sick fish lob. Had to flex. Amara and I went on a couple quests together to try to learn more about that mystery siren. And while we're at it, tear down the main antagonist of this area, Lictor. he'll be licking something when I'm done with him. That's for sure. My fish, of course. I also noticed either from fishing or a challenge of some sort, my Echo 4 robot buddy got the perfect drip for this run. Also, not sure if you've noticed, but somehow the enemies immediately have that exclamation point as their levels in this area, which means that they're way above me. So all things considered, the second Slippy is doing a great job keeping up. Lictor sent one of his test projects after us, but thanks to Slippy here, the crystals get immediately obliterated. And then he does. The way that's supposed to work is you have to shoot each one of those off of him before you can do damage. But the explosions make it cake. We also found seemingly another one of his test projects, who doesn't quite look like a siren, but has phase powers, so that's new. Turns out, Lictor stopped us from ending his evil plans today by simply locking the door. So we have to find another way in there. He can also break the #1 unspoken rule in fiction: killing someone in the middle of their monologue.
Surprise, mother.
On the bright side, the mountain cyborgs are more united than ever to take him down. But first, I desperately need to level up. So I went ahead and grabbed a bunch of side quests. Who doesn't love some side quest grinding? I had to help crack this guy's back. It was a hell of a quest. Gotta do what you gotta do for the XP. I met a life coach. He did not teach me much.
Always remember that crap a ripper.
I became a life coach. I didn't teach him much. Continuing on with my fight to Lictor, I needed to find a way to open that door. The Shore King provided me with a new friend, Bruce. With him, I knew anything was possible. Me and Bruce fought our way through, killing a bunch of fellas. Not gonna lie, this part was pretty hard already. It was starting to scare me. Little did I know I was in for pain. This room really tested my patience. I died at least 6 or 7 times here.
The 6'7" kid is beefing with Mr. 6'7". The 6'7" kid was recently on the Bobo podcast and said this.
And do you have beef with any of the other 6'7" kids?
Yeah.
You do?
Who do you think is the true face of the 6'7" meme?
I got overwhelmed again and again and again by the crazy amount of enemies that were spawning in there. This checkpoint was probably the hardest one in the game for me personally. I'm not sure if anyone else had this experience. The game sometimes seems to overlevel the hell out of enemies, but only at certain checkpoints, because sometimes you get through something like this and then the enemies are back down a couple levels. No idea how the scaling works in this game, but I felt it here. But eventually I made it through, or should I say me and Bruce made it through. He didn't make it. After that insanity, it should be smooth sailing from here. Insert me dying 3 more times. After the absolute beatdown I've succumbed to, me and Slippy were more than ready to dish it back to Lictor. So I bolted to him as fast as I possibly could. Amara made her way in, which was interesting because she appeared through this other door. Why couldn't I come in through that door? After Amara made this weirdly angular door-shaped hole in the wall, I could tell victory was almost at hand. Speaking of hands, our first encounter did not go too well for Amara, but that's probably okay. She has like 7 more. But this made me more than ready to teach this man a lesson. I hope he likes seafood. This fight is actually one of the coolest boss fights in the game, I would say. He's like this eldritch horror monster with a ton of hands. At first I thought I'd have to keep taking out his hands on the sides of him. That did not go well. So eventually I realized, fuck it, just hit him in the face. As it turned out, on my very next attempt, I discovered the ultimate fighting technique. Feel free to write this one down. All you have to do is slowly move side to side and slap him in the face with fishes. Pretty simple. The second phase looks very crazy, but it is low-key easier somehow. You really just gotta keep dodging and keep throwing. Or shooting if you're crazy enough to use weapons in this game, other than fishes. But you see, due to my own hubris, and this was hard to watch back, I forgot how dangerous Slippy can be when using improper technique. It takes a true humble fish jutsu master to complete this challenge. And I got way too cocky here, actually. I got him on the next run, though, at least. There was definitely a couple close calls. But overall, this fight wasn't too bad. Honestly, getting to the boss fights is the hardest part of doing this challenge. The boss fights themselves haven't been that bad. After putting down Booty Lictor, an old friend from the intro that I skipped at the beginning of this video, came back giving his best Joker impersonation. Apparently, Vile Lictor found his dead body and resurrected him, making a weird siren-human hybrid. Unfortunately, it caused him to lose his mind. Here's a short clip of the last time I saw him. So after that sweet reunion, he kindly sent me on my way. And with that, I have saved the mountain cyborgs and finally move on to the third and getting closer to the end part of the game. I'm sure by now everybody's ready for me to finish. I know I was, especially after seeing Amara get her new arm here. These people clearly are way too used to losing all their limbs. I gotta get the hell out of here. With the mountain people saved and the Lilith plot, I mean Mystery Siren, paused for now, it's time to go to the third area of the map and maybe find another returning face. My first boss in this new area was this invisible doorway that was impenetrable. So not going well so far. I'm going to try to wrap this area up quicker because I know this video's already so long. I was hoping this part of the map would be easier. It was not. I met this absolute Chad of a man named Quint, who is my new best friend.
Nice to meet you.
He appears to have the power of teleportation, because he's just him, I guess. He led me to the returning Borderlands characters. My personal favorite Vault Hunter from the previous game. And everyone's non-favorite Vault Hunter from all the other games.
Shooting our customers. Ladies first.
They proceeded to aura farm on me quite hard. My new best friend Zane showed me his adopted shared custody pet, which we're going to use to start the fight against the final faction boss, the Ripper Queen. This next quest basically just involves murdering psychos and helping Sophia there destroy the catapults. Those are attacking this city that we're trying to protect. Turns out I'm also helping Wingman for Zane. The leader of that city over there is his ex. At one point, I got this new class mod that actually helped a lot. It boosts the ordnance damage, which makes a big difference for me because that's all I do mostly. Unfortunately, the moment we got through into the city, the Ripper Queen apparently wasn't taking kindly to our rebellion. She showed up and immediately killed Sophia. I know you guys didn't have much time to get attached. Sorry. Zane promised to get his revenge, and I'll be right there with him.
He never hurt a fly. Aside from the hundreds of casualties, of course. I won't let that monster get away with this.
We then met his ex here, Levine. She gave me his old junk, which is of no use to me, but appreciate it.
Discarded equipment is sufficient.
And then sent me on my way to do more chores. These people are kind of lazy.
How are you not handling these repairs?
With a fresh manicure. Are you mad?
That doesn't help. After I was done with that, it turned out Zane went on to go take on that whole Ripper army all by himself, which was quite hurtful because he didn't invite me. This next part here made me realize I do not understand how the enemy scaling works in this game. I had to get this door password, which just involved taking out these two targets who each have a part of it. I've been doing side quests here and there along the way, but still end up with enemies over 3 levels above me constantly. I don't know if it's because I'm on hard or what, but it certainly adds to the challenge. After failing at the first camp a couple times, I went to the next one and resorted to this very manly strategy of sort of cowering in fear and throwing my fish whenever I got the chance. Not my proudest kill, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I tried the same strat on the other boss, and let's just say it went very well. Okay, let's just say this time it went very well. After finally getting both parts of the password, I made it into where Zane was. Took my anger out on this random guy. We had to fight our way through into this meat processing plant or something. I don't know what's going on. Turns out though, Callus was not here. But she did kidnap the goat Quint and even put him in this lovely death trap. Man, she really does not like us. There was another boss here called Driller Hole.
Hello there.
Plenty of jokes I could make here about that name, but I'm just gonna say I filled up his hole all right. My epic strategy was to run back and forth in a circle. This continued for quite a while. Depressingly, and this is so sad to rewatch, Slippy could not free Quint. He was stuck, and I had to break these gas tank type things, but I just couldn't do it. I tried with so many fishes. It just wasn't good enough. Wait. The Ripper Queen will pay. It turns out she's trying to launch herself to the Elpis moon, which is the big purple moon in the sky. After doing that sick ramp, I was on track to find her, but unfortunately, the game put a stop to this because I was severely underleveled. I got bodied so hard the moment I went to this area. This little splicer guy disrespected me so bad that I knew it was definitely time to go get some level ups. And maybe even a new Slippy. I'm hoping this one would be the last.
A few moments later. 1 hour later. 2 hours later. 1 eternity later.
Many levels and many hours later, I caught my third Slippy. I unfortunately wasn't recording because I honestly had no faith. I think this fishing process has traumatized me. Anyway, this one's pretty perfect. It has 3 charges and bonus throw speed. So that was very clutch. This thing can actually take me to the end. Also, I changed some perks around because I realized I was not being super efficient. So, a lot of upgrades since I've last fought these guys. And they paid off. Because this time they were getting bodied. After all that grinding I went through, this felt good, not gonna lie. The funny part is, though, some of them are still 4 levels above me, even after all that. I kept fighting my way through to get to Callus. And to get my revenge. Callus even mentions that there's some prophecy where I kill her, which sounds great to me. We're on the same page there. Eventually, we finally made it to the Ripper Queen. And it was time to hook, line, and sink her. I'm so sorry.
Callus is dead. I killed her.
Well, we're about to have that in common. Check out how amazing Slippy does in this boss fight. She gets obliterated, I think, sub like 20 seconds.
Now that's a lot of damage!
It was very satisfying after everything I went through to get here. The boss fight really doesn't have that much going on for it, not gonna lie. Or I just killed her too quick to really get to even explain her mechanics. I don't know. And just like that, the 3rd faction leader's down, and we got our revenge for Quint, more importantly. We also got the 3rd and final bolt we needed. We also successfully wingmanned for Zane.
I'll see you tomorrow at 7.
And helped the manicure people, I don't know, be more lazy or something. So with the day saved once again, and another group of people glazing me and Slippy up, it was time to begin the final stage of this incredibly long story, powering up the Elon Musk Neuralinks and reuniting with the other Vault Hunters to figure out what the heck is going on with the mystery siren that is totally not Lilith.
Oh, like none of you plant listening devices on your friends.
I finally know where Lilith is.
Okay, yeah, it was Lilith this whole time. Turns out we're going right back to where our recently deceased Callus was planning her moon launch. And we're taking it for ourselves.
Shit.
We're right back where we were, but this time with friends. We had to do a lot of fighting here. This time it was much less traumatizing. We activated all the proper buttons and whatever to launch this thing. This plan is extremely ghetto, by the way. But hey, whatever gets us there. Somehow there's a ton of psychos that just magically appear on the launching space elevator. But that's okay, more people for me to throw fish at. Can never complain about that. Right before we were about to make it to the moon, our old friend RJ popped back up and tried to 1v3 us. Taking on 3 Vault Hunters was brave. He put up a good fight, but he was not, in fact, him like he thought. It ended actually with me catching the biggest fish of the playthrough. And with a little help from Zane, he'll have fun with that fall. And we're one step closer to finishing this insane run. We finally made it to the moon. I greeted the locals, who are somehow alive up here, and just fought my way to the core. We're about to be greeted by another familiar face. Returning foe this time. Yeah, it turns out Callus wasn't kidding about that prophecy after all. I get to kill her twice on the bright side. Also, female drivers, am I right, guys? Luckily, my fellow Vault Hunters did in fact survive that crash.
This is it.
Amara opened up the phase vagina, and I hopped right in to help deliver this siren. I'm losing my mind. But guess what? Christmas came early because gay Santa here just gave these nice little children / Vault Hunters the Christmas present they've been wishing for. Lilith was finally back. And you may be wondering, where'd Callus go? She was literally just here a second ago. Yep, that's about right. Now, I wasn't really worried about this considering how easily I killed her last time, but she was not playing around as much, it seems, this time. This is one of those deaths that wouldn't happen if I could shoot a gun. And all of these. And just like that, piece of cake. Not quite as easy as the first time, but W. I just realized we were falling through space that entire time. Looks like we're gonna need one more Christmas miracle to get out of this situation. This time from Lilith. Luckily she obliged, and we were saved from a violent, fiery demise. Dropping that part of the moon also opened a convenient door for us to go right on into the Timekeeper city. I am so ready. It was finally time to give the Timekeeper his seafood platter he's been asking for. It starts with breaking into his charming city. As it turns out, this place also sucks. Yeah, so it turns out this place is pretty hard. And even the story's starting to test us because we fell for a trap here. Turns out the Timekeeper set us up immediately. Which led to him taking control of my Neuralink, which I still have. And pulling some harmless pranks on my fellow Resistance members. While using my body. That guy. Trying to shoot me was too far though. That's where I draw the line. Rest in peace, Tannis replacement. Luckily she knew about some other way to get to where the Timekeeper's been hiding this whole time. Brother really doesn't like seafood. I don't blame him, I don't really either. Here's another gameplay montage of the craziness I had to deal with in this city. So that was fun. Yeah, this final zone is not for the weak when you're using nothing but a fish. But we finally about made it. The end is near, and I can't wait to give the Timekeeper a taste of this slippery dick. I didn't even make that up. That's a real name. Also, RJ was back on his BS.
Murder tourist. A grave robber. Shooting and looting your way through piles of people.
I don't even know what he's talking about. I'm just a humble fisherman. At this point of the run, there was nothing left to do but make my way to the Timekeeper. So, here's one last fish throwing montage for you guys. Enjoy. This is it. After the insanity that has been this playthrough, I am very ready to finish this fight. If you guys have made it this far, I very much appreciate it. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Everyone grab their hats, and let's end this.
Just think, Vault Hunter.
If you had never arrived, we would still have futures.
But now we all will die. Every last soul. Because of you.
After all my friends cheered me on, it was time to free this planet and myself from suffering.
All I have ever known is forever.
All I've known since I've gotten here has been fishing and fisting. We are not the same. So what you're going to want to do here for this fight is throw your fishes at them and punch them a couple times in the gonads. Punch them in the head once or twice. Keep throwing your fishes at him. Yeah, he got bodied. I don't know what was going on with my build at this point at the end, but it was popping off. There is a phase 2 though, don't worry. Cool form, but you know the old saying. The bigger they are, the easier it is for Slippy the fish to hit them. Not a whole lot of opportunities to fist this guy, but I don't think I need to. Weirdly enough, I had harder checkpoints fighting those mini bosses somehow, I'm not gonna lie. But I was very okay with this fight not being too bad. I even got the opportunity to spank him. That's for all the pain he caused me. Seeing that man go down was very satisfying. And look at this. After all my hard work, I was rewarded with a brand new tree topper, just in time for the holidays. So as it turns out, the Timekeeper didn't seem to like seafood much. That's what we learned today. The planet was saved, and the run was almost done. You see, there was one last fish still on the line, so to speak. I'm sorry. It's RJ.
Thought you'd be in the vault, huh?
That's right, there's one more little boss fight. But to be honest, he wasn't much of a threat. He kind of just runs at you with a knife. This man also didn't like fish. You know, I'm starting to think maybe everyone here is just allergic. They really should have told me that before I threw a bunch of fishes at him.
Sorry, RJ.
So yes, you can in fact beat Borderlands 4 with nothing but a fish. Okay, now this run's actually over, and I can rest. This video legitimately took me over probably like 60 hours. I really hope you guys enjoy. And for those that stuck around for the whole thing, I really appreciate you. You guys are amazing. If you want to see me do different challenges like this, let me know in the comments, or just like the video. Also, I don't want to after this insanity. But hey, if enough people like it, I'll figure something out. I'm gonna regret that. Anyway, thanks for watching. No, I'm not saying that. Goodbye.